For this lesson, you need to open the sample file Inventory 11 from your Sample Files folder. Sometimes you'll find a need for more than one level of subtotal. Consider the sample data. Bigfoot breweries and exotic liquids supply two different products in the beverages category. As well as wishing to know subtotals for each category, you may also wish to know subtotals for each supplier within each category. In other words, I might want to know what is the value of Bigfoot Brewery's inventory in each category. By nesting subtotals, we can quickly cater for this requirement. I'll begin by applying a two-level sort, first by category and then by supplier. This was covered in Lesson 111. I click within the range, Data on the ribbon, in Sort and Filter, Sort. I'll sort first by category, and then I'll add another level and sort by supplier. And when I click OK, I'm now sorted by supplier within each category. Notice that the three Bigfoot Breweries items are now shown together. Now I'll add a subtotal to subtotal by category for the in-stock and value columns, in exactly the same way as you did in the previous lesson. So I click anywhere within the range, Data on the ribbon, Outline Group Subtotal. At each change in category, I want to apply a sum function, and the subtotal will be applied to the in-stock and value columns. And when I click OK, you can see that I now have those subtotals. The next thing I want to do is to add that second or nested subtotal, so that I can see the value of each supplier's inventory within each category. To do that, I click anywhere in the range, it's Data tab, Outline Subtotal again, and the key here is to uncheck the Replace Current Subtotals checkbox. And when I uncheck this, I'm telling Excel that the new subtotals it's adding will be in addition to the subtotals that are already there. In other words, don't delete the existing subtotals when you add the new ones. And this time it's at each change in supplier. And once again, I'm using the sum function to sum the same two columns. I'll now click OK, and I now have subtotals both by category and by supplier within each category. Notice that another button has also appeared at the top of the outline bar, showing that I have four different possible views of my data. Let's look at each of them. First, number 1 gives me the grand total, showing the total inventory in stock, 3,018 units. I'll now click the number 2 button, and I can see the same 3,018 units, but split up this time, showing me how many units in each category. If I click the number 3 button, I can now see the same values. There should be a 3,018 at the very bottom, and I can see that within the beverages category, I have 539 units, and that 183 of these units were supplied by Bigfoot Breweries. And at level 4, I can see everything. All that's necessary now is to save your work, and I'm going to save with the new name Inventory 12, and as usual, I'll save to the folder above my Sample Files folder. I click the Save button, and you've now completed Lesson 2.4, Create Nested Subtotals.